what are, from that standpoint, is there anything that you can kind of glean off the top of that to think about in the family dynamic, that when you've got a big message and you know you've got to promote that message into the families, how do you think about that? What are things that we should be keeping in mind in the front set when we develop communication strategies?
So the first thing, I've experienced, my parents are boomers. I'm a millennial. And I think one of the real reasons that I wanted to write a book from the perspective of a millennial, and a book about lessons in particular, was that I got the sense that my parents really still thought of me and looked at me as a child, and that there might be other people around the world that still see millennials as children. And I'm 34 now, so that's certainly not a child. And so I kind of wanted to educate others that millennials are coming into an age where we're about to be able to become president. I'll be 35 this year. And so perhaps millennials have also learned some real life lessons that can be shared. Now, when you talk about the fundamentals of communication, in particular, bringing them into families, it really does start with awareness. And really is, you can't know what you don't know. And so the first thing, I know it's difficult to think about having conversations. As you mentioned, my dad had a difficult conversation with me. He's going to be 77 this year. And he was like, you got to know what I want. You've got to know what my desires are. I want to make sure that, you don't have to think about it. So he joined something called the Neptune Society, and he asked me to go with him. I really did not want to go. It was very uncomfortable, but we did it, and we did it together. And so that's sort of the second thing, is that there's an awareness, and starting with that awareness can often help open the doors for conversation.